Hey guys, I'm back. I am not quite ready for my appointment Tuesday again, and so it's my therapy today. And I don't have all my makeup on, so I probably look a little tired and funny because I always look tired when I don't have my makeup on. Maybe it's just showing how tired I really am. So I've been really stressed out lately because of our living situation and moving, cleaning, things like that. And I wanted to talk about something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while, about like the state of our homes, like if they're clean, dirty, cluttered, or hoarded, organized, disorganized, stuff like that. That's what I wanted to address. Like I said, I've been wanting to address it for a while. I remember when I was little that my mom always kept the front rooms like totally spick and span, and they were, the presenting rooms, like kitchen, keep it clean for your family, for use and for visitors, and the living room, keep it clean because of visitors and family use. Those are the two most important rooms, keep clean. She was taught that by her mother, my grandma, Oma, and I used to be really good at keeping those two rooms like spick and span in perfect shape and order, especially when my two older girls were really little. Lacey, my oldest, she is now 15 and a half, and Sophie is 13, and those rooms are not always clean. The kitchen's usually a disaster, and it's gross, and it grosses me out because my OCD and my phobiness, or whatever you want to call it, germophobia, has gotten worse as I've gotten older, and it's hard for me to even get started cleaning in a place that's mucky or yucky, where if there's anything wet or slimy or rotten or food-wise or anything like that, I get sick. I get super nauseated. I start having like panic attacks. I get really anxious. I freak out, and I can't handle being gross. And so I always have to have a pair of gloves. The gloves can't have ever gotten yucky water in it, or really water in them at all, for me to wear them. And I have to have plenty of disinfectants on hand, and stuff like that. So if I know that I can't do a thorough job, or do a safe job, or do a job that's not gonna muck me up, get out of the road. Are you trying to die? You need to go out of the road, kid. Holy crap. This little boy's standing in the middle of the freaking road. Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of them. They're being so stupid. I want to get hit by a car. They're trying to get me to buy a juice, so he's like standing out in the road, holding it outside to swerve around, a dumb kid. Oh my gosh, where are their parents? Anyway, so, yeah, it's really hard for me to get in there and do it. Unless I know I can keep it clean every day, I have a hard time also going in there and cleaning it, because I can be such a perfectionist, and it gets super overwhelming for me when I think about how much work there is to do, and if I'm going to feel well enough to keep up with it every day. It's very frustrating. It's stressful, very stressful for me. And I think that my mom is kind of the same way as well. It overwhelms her, and for her, organizing and stuff is really overwhelming. For me, organizing my own stuff is overwhelming, because I'm just like, especially when it comes to paper, I'm not sure what to do with paper. I really struggle with the paper areas. I think my mom does too. But I mean, I can organize other people's spaces just fine, and I can organize other things just fine in my house. I love organizing, I love decorating and designing, and I can see things very clearly in my mind, how they'll look, before they're done. I just can visualize things very easily like that. And I have an almost not a photographic memory, or even like really, really close to one, but a close one, where if I look at a piece of paper, I usually can remember everything on it, or at least remember where things were. And so it's easy for me to look at a space, visualize it, and later go somewhere and completely design the whole thing and remember where everything is and yada, 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 which is wonderful. But it's not helping me when it comes to keeping my house clean. For my personal standards, I don't like the condition of my home at all. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's embarrassing for me. It's uncomfortable. It's overwhelming. It's stressful. It's discouraging. It's depressing. It's really hard on me. And my husband is even more sensitive to that stuff. He doesn't see like filth and grime. He sees stuff. And so that's what stresses him out. Me, I can handle more stuff than the average person, I think. And I think it's also because how I grew up. My parents had more stuff than the average people did, or maybe what average people do have, but they don't let you see. Something like that. And so it doesn't bother me as much. It's just when it's dirty is when it really bugs me. And my husband's kind of dirty. He's messy. He just is. Some people just are. They're naturally just kind of a little more yucky than other people, and I'm not judging. It's just a different personality type or whatever. And I have a daughter and my son, they're just like that as well. They're very messy. It's kind of slobby. You don't put things back where they go. They're not the type to remember where they put things, or to remember where things go, or remember to put things away, or remember to clean up after themselves, unless it's like in their face, or they're really, really concentrating on it, or really thinking about it. They're usually not going to do it. Excuse me, I'll do my mascara. Anyway, so I've also been in homes that have been, you know, the Hoarders, the TV show Hoarders. There's also the one that's like Extreme Hoarders or something, or Buried Alive. I've bought some of their seasons. I absolutely love that show, and after a while I'll rewatch it just because I like it so much. It inspires me to not get like that, but it also is educational. It teaches me patience with other people that maybe like that. You know, there's some people that just hoard certain items, but they're not dirty people. And there's some people that just have shopping addictions, and they don't feel good about letting their stuff go because they've spent so much money on it, so it makes them feel guilty getting rid of it. I mean, I can understand that. You don't want to waste money, but then you've got this shopping addiction, and it's like, how do I conquer this? And they teach on that show that hoarding is a mental illness, and so is a shopping addiction. They're mental illnesses. And people misjudge so much about that stuff, so harshly and so critically. I'm honestly grateful. I grew up in a messier home. I know some of our bedrooms were pigsties, and as we got older and there were more and more kids and my mom got sicker, our house got messier and messier. I mean, hello, we were homeschooled. There were 7 of us, 5 of them boys, and my mom was exhausted, and my dad worked kind of far, and he was not home very much. So trying to keep the house clean was hard, and a lot of it rested on my sister and my shoulders because we were girls, which I absolutely loathe happening. I mean, it's important for girls to learn to do that, but it is important for boys also. My brothers got out of a lot of that kind of stuff. They just did. They were expected to do more yard work. I was good at yard work, so one brother, Glenn, and I were really good at, you know, taking care of the... Will you get out of my way, you idiot driver? We're really good at taking care of my parents' yards. We kept the lawn really green. We knew how to take care of the rose bushes. There were a ton of rose bushes. We were good at taking garden and the flower beds. We were a really good green thumb when it came to the yard. But I absolutely hated cleaning the house because it made me feel diminished as a person, and I think that was because of just how I was treated. I mean, there were a lot of jokes going around in my family like, oh, you're a woman, you need to do woman's work. Oh, you're such a girl, you need to do girl's work. And boys don't need to stoop to that level. That's all women are good for, stay in the kitchen and clean and make me food and do my laundry. And some people joke about that, and it's funny to them, but when some people joke to the extreme where they actually do mean it, but they're trying to make it sound like a joke, it is so hurtful and so offensive. And so I grew up kind of hating being a girl because I felt like being a girl was less than, and so I was such a tomboy. I went out, played outside. I preferred all the boy stuff. Okay, so sports, extreme sports, outdoor things, anything that a boy could do, I was interested in. And I mean, I just naturally kind of am a little bit anyway, but I really denied the feminine part of me because of it. And I hated that part about me. And so I didn't dress very feminine. I didn't really do my hair. I didn't do my makeup all through junior high and high school. I just didn't. I refused. It was sad. I really don't know everything about how my family thinks about that kind of stuff anymore. I know that they used to call me a feminist or feminazi. I guess in the true term of the word feminist, I am slightly feminist, but not in the modern day progressive feminist. I'm not one of those at all. I do not believe that way. But I do believe in equal rights, and I believe in being treated like you're an equal and not like you're not good enough because you are either male or female. It pisses me off, whether it goes towards the males or for the females. Like, if you're a guy, oh my gosh, you're scum of the earth. I hate that so bad. It's so not true. And if you're female, you're less than. I hate that. Oh my gosh, it's so not true. Anyway, so keeping a house clean is very difficult for me because of that also. So I've got my health that comes into play, plus my emotional being, plus some stuff is just really overwhelming for me. There is, I have a lot of friends that have messier houses, or some people would consider them hoarders or pack rats or whatever, and I do not judge. But yet, they're still really uncomfortable about letting anyone see the condition of their home. And I understand that, because I'm the same way. Even if I know that they're messy or whatever, it's hard for me to even let people see my house, because that's not what I want it to look like. And I certainly don't want to be judged because of it. So, I know that I really struggle with it. Okay, I had to pause it for a second, sorry. So, I really wish people felt more comfortable letting friends and family see their places even when they're messy, because people do care. But then I also wish there are people out there that do keep clean houses, or don't, or wish they didn't judge so harshly. If you're going to judge someone because of the state of their home, then I'm sorry, you're messed up too. Like, help them. You know, consider that maybe they cannot control it, that they can't help it. It's not their fault. Sometimes it's the spouse that has a problem, or both of them. One person's enabling the other, and I don't know. There's always, I think it's way more complicated or compounded than we realize. And so just judging somebody based on the appearance of their home and their yard, but especially the home, it's really harsh. I think it's mean, it's cruel, especially if they have kids. Oh my gosh, you know, help them if you're so worried about it, or if they don't want help, give them support and love them anyway. Let them know that you're totally okay with it and you don't think less of them for it. Anyway, so that's just barely touching on my opinions and feelings about all of it. My appointment starts in like 5 minutes, so I probably should just end this and get in. I'm trying to eat string cheese anyway. Anyway, everyone have a good day. Please like and subscribe my videos, or subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can get notifications of when I post. I try to post every Tuesday or Wednesday. And if there's anything that you want to know about me, or my perspective on something, or whatever, feel free to comment and ask, or whatever you want to do. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.